they already started talking back there. So we want to welcome Yesmenda, Sheterica, and Alma. Julia's going to run the session. Since Catherine is out at another meeting today, I figured I can grab the wheels and turn things around a little bit. Unfortunately, I'm at work, and so Tortilla Man is still in the bed at home. But welcome again. We want to welcome our 3 dining services employees who are going to talk a little bit about their day and tell us a little bit about themselves. The goal of these Day in the Life sessions is really for us both to start getting ourselves ready for what it would mean when we're back on campus and working and servicing our student, faculty, and staff. It's about how we persevere, so how strong we are, and it's about how we overcome some of the challenges that are going to be facing us this fall. It's not going to be an easy fall for us, but if we can learn about each other, we can learn about our roles, refine those roles, and really just stand close and tight, stand elbows, not elbows to elbows in a sense because we're social distancing, but work elbows to elbows mentally. We can really take on all the challenges we face. So, great morning. I'm going to turn things back over to Julia, and so that she runs the session with our 3 dining employees. Julia, are you there?
I'm here. I'm ready.
All right, it's all yours.
Yep. So y'all are stuck with me and our 3 lovely dining ladies. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, tell us a little bit about where they work and what a typical day looks like for them. And we'll go first with Alma. We'll do ABC order because I'm just kind of OCD like that. So let me unmute you. Miss Alma, you want to share with us?
Hi, yes, good morning, everybody. My name is Alma Rushing, and I work at the Village Summit, and I've been there now for about almost 3 years, so I'm kind of a rookie. I'm gonna be a veteran, hopefully by the time I get there to 5 years. So I'm still learning as I go too. And I'm married, I have 4 kids, and 3 of them graduated from the university, so I'm really proud of that. And the other one graduated from Albany State, and I'm proud of that also. And I have a husband that's a middle school teacher. He teaches at W.R. Coyle Middle School in Athens, Clark County. And I just have a joy of cooking, and I just love cooking. So I'm the cook too over at the Village Summit. I don't know if I said that. And I got my training mainly from my grandmom. When I was a little kid, I loved to cook and get in the kitchen with her. And she would help me learn how to do recipes. And also she taught me the proper way to read a recipe and to measure a recipe. So I got to make a lot of good recipes for my mom because she was a single parent. And when she came home, I would have, dinner ready, me and my sisters. And so that's where I pretty much got the joy of cooking from, just, being in the kitchen with my grandmom and her, helping me along the way. And my first job I got was at McDonald's at the Georgia Square Mall. It's not there anymore, but I learned a lot there. That was my first job cooking. I was the grill cook, and then I moved on to the what they call it, the crew trainer, and then I went on to the shift manager. So I really enjoyed that, and that job allowed me to be able to have a flexible schedule so that I can, have kids along the way. And after that, I moved to a daycare job where I cooked in the kitchen at the daycare. And I really enjoyed that job also. And then from there, I went to my first commercial kitchen. And that was at Athens Regional Medical Center. And I stayed on that job for almost 18 years. And I did every job possible there. I started in the front. And when the cook's job came open, I signed my name up first on the list. And it was the only list because nobody else wanted to be a cook in the cafeteria for some reason at Athens Regional at the time. So I got the job with no problem. And I started as a patient cook where I, cooked for the patients of the hospital. It was my responsibility for the breakfast and the lunch. So I would, have to go in every morning and cook the breakfast and lunch. And that's why I learned about a bunch of different diets because we had like it might be sodium restricted, salt free, regular diet, puree, just a bunch of allergies and all that. So that's where I got a lot of my training from. And from there, I decided to come on to Athens, to UGA. And so I've been at UGA now for a little over 2 years, and I really enjoy the job. I love it. And I work with a great staff over at the summit, great managers, a great chef, and co-workers and cooks, just everybody. So I really enjoy the job. And that's just a little background.
That's great. Thank you for sharing all that with us. That's awesome. We'll go to Sheterica next. Let's see.
All right, can you hear me?
There we go. Yep.
All right, great. Good morning, everybody. So my name is Sheterica Sumlin. I am also known as TT. I grew up in a little town called Colbert, Georgia, also known as Comer. Most people don't know where it is, but if you literally get to Hull, Georgia, and go past the sign that says "Welcome to Hull," you're literally in Colbert. That's my hometown. So, being raised up in a Southern household, you know, grandma was the cook of the family. So I'm always around grandma. Grandma, you know, me and grandma are going to the store, going grocery shopping. We're going to pick out, you know, fruits and vegetables out of the farm. And so, you know, I learned everything from my grandmother, how to work, how to be a businesswoman, how to, you know, reach for the stars and beyond. So, you know, her teaching me that, you know, gave me the ability to be able, you know, honestly, when I turned 12, I had my first job because I was working with my grandma in her little, it used to be called a juke joint. Most people don't know what it is, but kind of like a little convenience store, kind of like slash club. So my grandma had her thing going on. So, you know, she started us when we were 12 years old, 11 years old. So when I finally came to Athens and moved to Athens, I was about 14 or 15 years old. So I was doing like little internships and working here and there, helping different things in my community. And then the dream job came, UGA. I applied, I waited and I waited and I waited, and then I finally got the phone call. And so that's when I joined UGA. So my title is I work at O House, which is my house, of course. So I work at Oglethorpe Dining Commons, and the position that I hold is a food service worker one. And I work at the trading market. It used to be called the Oriental Trading Market, but now it's just trading market. And my typical day is I come in, clock in, go and speak to my managers and my supervisors, you know, make sure they're doing okay, ask, you know, how their morning is so far. Once I've done that, I go and meet up with my coworkers, you know, walk around, see who's there, say hello. And then as soon as I get done with that, I get right to work, and I'm grabbing stuff to stock up. I'm grabbing labels, you know, to label everything that needs to be labeled. I'm going to my supervisor, asking him what's the task that needs to be done for the day, or the goals that we have, or that I have for myself. And that's typically how my day runs. So yeah, and also another nickname for me that has recently came up is Turbo. So, and that's because of how fast I move at when I'm working. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Great. Sounds like the grandmas are getting a shout out today. I like it. And now let's hear from Yesmenda. Might have to unmute yourself on your side. There we go.
Hello, everyone. I'm Yesmenda McKinley. I work at Snelling Dining Hall. I go by Mindy, or Party at the Pizza. I work over in the pizza area. I've been working for UGA for quite some time. I started out in 2001 as a part-timer and a floater. And a floater, you do practically everything. You learn how to do everything from the dish room to taking out trash, cleaning bathrooms, as well as cashiering. I enjoy my time working there. I left back in 2008 when they had like a economic shutdown or whatever. And I left. I went and got my CNA and Med Tech license. My dad had told me, you know, once I left college, either work or school. So I left college and he introduced me to working at UGA. He was the storeroom manager at the old Bolton now, back then. James McKinley. And he had gotten sick back in 2009 with prostate cancer. So during the time of that break, of that layoff, I went, got my license and helped take care of my father and to his last breath. But I was blessed, just very blessed enough to come back, not only to the same building, but my same managers, same people, but just at a higher rank now and as a full-timer. So I really, really and truly enjoy UGA for what you guys have done for me and my family, because you guys have really shown me that not only we are a work, ethic people, but we are family and we take care of each other. By me working and doing everything and knowing every skill in there, I'm the full-time night shift person for pizza. And a lot of my students, everybody love pizza, and you can't go wrong with pizza. And almost every day they're like, Miss Mindy, what you got new today? What's going on? So I try to keep a happy spirit environment with my students so that their job, even though we're so busy, I like for them to be comfortable and just have fun. And that's one of the things that draw them into coming, because we're 24 hours. And my day, when I get there, it's like I'm making sure I see everybody, making sure I'm in my meeting first thing, because we have a meeting. And I enjoy the meeting because it's like, okay, we got our first little get together before we really get busy, and just talk amongst each other and get our daily schedule about what's going on, what needs to be going on, what we need to do, what we don't need to be doing. Once I do enter my area, first thing first, washing hands, making sure safety is first. As I'm walking to my area, I'm gathering up everything that I need before my 4 o'clock opening, because as I'm coming in, we literally have a rush. So if my station is like full up and I've gotten everything, I would jump over maybe to the grill or go help out with the bake shop, taking something out for them just to see, if everybody has everything before we all get started. I just enjoy cooking. I enjoy eating. But in the pizza area, it gives me the opportunity to just communicate with my students as well as their families when they come in and stuff, and just have a good time on my job, because everyone likes to be comfortable and just have fun where they are working. I'm not knowing about nobody else, but I enjoy my job. It's kind of like my escape from home. I just like being around other people that like to be around me and love to eat, and we sharing recipes, and I love creating new recipes. So hopefully in the future, I could introduce some new recipes to my students, a lot of stuff that they have been asking for. So once I go through it with my team and my managers, then hopefully we can just present some new stuff for you guys this year.
Sounds awesome. You're talking about pizza, and I'm like,
Yeah.
so
Can't
good.
go wrong with the pizza. You
No,
cannot.
you can't.
I survived off that in college myself, so I exactly know what it's like,
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I'm just gonna throw out a question, and whoever wants to go first, but how do you psych yourself up? How do you get ready for the day when you're coming in, getting that mindset of, being positive and being excited to be at work? What does that like feel?
My first thing, even before I leave, go anywhere, I pray. I'm not knowing how the day is going to be, but I make sure I'm focused. I make sure I'm stocked up and ready. And if I have to do a couple of push-ups, I'm going to do some push-ups to get focused and to just get that relaxation. And, it's once you get there, it's like your adrenaline is just so high and you're so excited to be at work, even though we do have those days. But once we get into it, is everything just goes so smooth, and just communicating and making sure everybody is on the same page, kind of keep me at calm, knowing that my team has already gotten everything ready before my shift start. And if it's something that they missed or whatever, I just try to make sure I just, get what I need to get without interrupting their shift or whatever, but still jump in and help them out at the same time. So that's just me.
Awesome. Alma, Sheterica, y'all want to throw in? Oh, let's unmute you, Alma. I can see you talking. Hang on. That's my bad.
Can you hear me?
There we go.
Okay. Yeah. I gave an introduction, but I didn't tell my day-to-day. I thought we was gonna do that second. So
Yeah, go full. You
okay,
got
so I'll just do my day-to-day right quick. I'll make it as quick as I can. Okay, so I'm a cook 2 a.m. So I'm usually responsible for making sure that the cook area runs smooth, so the my chef Sam can be freed up, to take care of other things that he need to. So we have to I have to make sure that the breakfast and the lunch is out on time, and that it looks presentable, and that the recipes were followed, for that day. So I work with a good team. I work with a cook, Nathan and Winona. Those are the two that we work on the morning shift. And so when I come in, I usually, get my apron, put my hairnet on, wash my hands, go get my sanitized buckets and the soap buckets. And then I usually go to the cook area, and I'll tell, Nate and Winona good morning and see if they need help with anything. But most of the time, they pretty much already has everything because they've been working for a while. So at UGA, so they usually have everything already stocked, and all I have to do is just walk out to the line and just check to make sure the appearance of the food looks nice, which it usually does. And then from there, we'll communicate, like what's going on for lunch, and then we usually get our recipes. And most of the time, I assign the recipes, to the cooks. Like we usually do like maybe 2 entrees and a vegetable each. So we usually get our recipes, and we go get our prep cart. We usually prep the prep cart the day before. Like if we have fish, we're going to lay it out so to be thawed out, ready to go. If it's chicken, same thing, pan it up, maybe on sheet pans, have it on the prep cart so it's ready to go. And the same thing with vegetables. And we'll go to the storeroom, any ingredients we need, we'll get up our ingredients, and then we'll listen out for breakfast. Most of the time, Nathan, the AM cook Nathan, he'll, listen out for breakfast, but me and Winona will help him if he needs help with anything for breakfast. And then we try to get lunch ready and in the hot box, ready to go 15 minutes before time for them to put it on the line. So if any temperature issues or anything, we can correct it so the food will be on time. And in between cooking, we have to check the temperatures of the refrigerator boxes. So usually Nathan would check the temperatures for the AM, the 8 o'clock temp check, and I'll check the temperatures for the around the 1 o'clock or the 2 o'clock. That's making sure that the coolers are working properly, because you don't want the cooler to be broken down all day and you don't know it. That'll mess up the food. And we write down our temperature checks on our little temperature log that's on the cooler. And then from there, we usually get the food out for lunch. And if it's something that was left over from breakfast that we can leave out there for the students that are coming in late, we'll leave it. And then we'll put lunch out also. And then pretty much from there, after we get lunch, we do breaks in between. And then we start prepping for the next day, because you want a prep cart at all times, because you never know, it just helps your day, go smoothly if you prep, some of your items the day before. And then after we do prepping for the next day, we usually it's almost time for the cooks to go home, because we do a lot of prepping. And then I'm usually the last one to leave on the AM shift. So it's my responsibility to pull any leftover food that we have from lunch. I have to pull that out the hot boxes, so that the PM cooks can get all their food in, and the cook too, to make sure they have room, and too that they don't have to put up our leftover stuff, because they already have enough on their plate trying to get the meal out for that night. So I'll pull the food, anything that's left over, I'll label it, and I'll store it in the chill blaster. And then if I have a leftover food that we can use the next day, because we always have a leftover hold on the line. So that's why sometimes you'll see extra items. So if we have something that I can use the next day, like I might have some fish that I haven't cooked that I can use the next day, or I might have some sloppy Joe meat that I made that, you know, they just didn't eat it that day. So I'll go in and talk to Sam, that's my chef, and I'll let him know that I have something left over that he can put on the bill your plate menu, and then he'll put it on there so the students will know that we have another item for that day. And after I put up all the leftover stuff and finish with all the prepping for the next day, and then I get to finally clock out and go home. So that's just a pretty much real quick summary of what I do each day.
Well, it sounds like a heck of a lot to me.
Oh, it's a lot. When you work in the cook's area, it's a lot. From the time you walk in to the time you leave, you are constantly busy, and you still have to work out getting you a break in, which is sometimes hard, but we manage to pretty much get our breaks every day. But like I say, the group I work with, we work good as a team, so it works out really well. If one sees one struggling, the other one to jump right in and help.
Yeah, that's awesome. Lots of moving parts there. So how do you psych yourself up in the morning before you get to work?
Usually I just make sure I get good sleep, and I try to wake up on time, because you wake up late, then you run around and just throw everything off. And then when I get before on the way to work, I like to listen to some good gospel music or something to just get my mindset going. And then by the time I get there, I'm ready to go.
Awesome. Cool. Sheterica, I'm going to throw it to you as to how you get ready and psyched up in the morning.
Okay, so for me, every morning I usually start with praying, of course. I always start with praying. After I pray, I usually try to take a walk around the neighborhood. And I live in a big neighborhood, so I probably say it's about a mile, and it's like a big circle. So I usually just take like one good little lap around, just a good walk. And then I usually do like a devotional. So I have like the Bible app. Bible app is so great. But I use the Bible app, and I usually get like a Bible plan that, you know, either for like abundance or for forgiveness or like humbleness or peace, you know, something that, you know, that'll get me through the whole week. And then once I do that, I, you know, head to work, get to work, like I said, walk in, immediately say hey to everybody, see how their morning has been going. And then once I clock in, it's game on. After that, once I clock in, I literally get straight to work. So it's like, if you don't catch me while I'm walking, like, you're not gonna get my attention because I'm so focused. But you know, after doing my, you know, meditation in the morning. So that's how I get my morning started.
Awesome. Awesome. I love it. Lots of music and praying going on. Let's see. So y'all kind of maybe have touched on it a little bit already, but what would you say is the most challenging part of your job or your day in general? Whoever wants to go first, just unmute yourself and let us know.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we got you.
Okay. I'm sorry, what was the question again? I was trying to unmute myself.
The most challenging part of your job or your day?
Oh, I would have to say the rush. By us being a 24-hour dining hall, I've constantly kind of gotten it down pat of when the rush is coming in. Like on game days when we have basketball games, my husband, he works there as security, and he calls and give me heads up like, okay, baby, they on their way, you ready? And making sure that I have, you know, extra carts, you know, downstairs for my pizza, for backup, and everything, because around about 7 o'clock until midnight, I'm kind of actually nonstop. So it depends on, you know, how the rush is, game night. And then some nights we have a game, and they may have a big biochem test where there's like 200 students letting out as well as the gang letting out. So that's kind of like my challenge, making sure I have enough without running out and having a long line for them to wait. So I kind of get a little nervous at that time, but I have a team that makes sure I got my backup as well as I make sure I have a backup. And they see that if I have a line out the door, I may have some people from the grill come jump in and help me, or the main line, and we just get the job done. But it kind of get a little hectic, but I think I handle it very well.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, sounds like you gotta have some patience and planning.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Yeah. Mine's, can you hear me okay?
Mhm.
Yeah, mine's the most challenging for me, which it was when I first came here too. And that's the fact that it's all you can eat. And so you never know where they're going. Like when I worked at the hospital, you know, it wasn't as bad because you kind of had an idea what people bought and didn't buy. But when it's all you can eat, they can come up as much as they want. The biggest challenge for me sometimes is making sure that I, you know, have prepared enough, or that I might have made too much of one item because they liking the other item this week, and next week it might be the other item. So the most challenging thing is making sure that I, you know, keep enough on the line, which we do, and at the same time to not have too much left over. So that's the biggest challenge, you know, of just, you know, it being all you can eat and getting used to the different rushes and making sure that you keep enough food on the line, because the last thing you want to do is run out of food, you know. So that's the biggest challenge for me.
Yeah, you don't want a lot of students staring at you with an empty line. Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, so for me, I would probably say one of the biggest challenges I would probably say is, of course, staying stocked up, you know, making sure that you have enough of everything that you need, especially when rush hits. If you are not fully stocked when rush hits, like you're gonna be in some trouble. So, but I probably say that's one of the biggest challenges that we usually have. But I probably say another really important challenge that I've actually been trying to like start to, in a sense, step in and kind of help and maintain is heat of the moment. And basically heat of the moment for us is like, because we do work at Trading Market, which I believe is one of the hottest stations on campus, if I can be honest. You know, we are around a big round grill all day. So it's like, you know, we're hot, it's hot in the building, you know, the air is trying to circulate, but you know, we got on these hot white coats, you know, so it's like we're getting nothing but heat and not no cool air. But I probably say when heat the moment hits, it's like you try to make sure that each employee, like, you know, stays connected with each other. You try to keep everyone on the same page. You don't want this student or this student worker arguing with each other. You don't want employees, you know, arguing with each other, because then that's going to make the managers come over and then the manager's going to be arguing. So it's like when that happens, it's like you have to understand exactly where everyone is at that time moment. Everyone is at this hot station. We're hot. We're tired. We're going through a rush right now. We have not slowed down since 12 o'clock, since we literally clocked in. So once we get to that motion of like slowing down and things are starting to like go at a slow pace, that's when like I usually go around and I'm like, hey, are you okay? Do you need any water? Do you need a bathroom break? You know, do you need to like go and blow off some steam? Do you need to talk to me? Do you need, you know, do you need someone to just give you a hug? You know what I'm saying? So that's the best part about it. So I probably say, yeah, it is a challenge, but it's something that we have been working on, and that I'm proud to say that we have an amazing student worker team. Like our student workers are amazing, and to see them flourish and to see them pick up on things that we do, it just it gives me like, you know, that tingling feeling. Like it makes me happy.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Which leads to my next question is, what do you like most about your job? Whoever wants to start with that one.
I'll start. So what I like most about my job, what I love most about my job is the interaction that I have with the students and their parents and their families. You know, most of the people that I work with, come on, I see these people every single day. every time of the day. So, they're going to get used to me. They're going to know who I am, giving me new nicknames, they're going to know my personality. But when I'm at the station, it's like for me for a feeling, because most people know that and it is true, I am a fast worker. But being at the station, it's like, for me, it's like being on a stage. And that's how I explain it to most, students' parents. And that's how I explain it to students. When I'm on the stage, or when you're on a stage, the spotlight is on you. So someone is always watching you. Someone is always paying attention to what you are doing and how you are working and how you maneuver certain things and how you handle certain trials and, and heated moments. So once I get onto the stage, I'm the one that has to rock it. I'm the one that has to pull the team together, and once I do that, or if I'm in the spotlight, that'll show other people to follow behind me. So what I love most about my job is being able to, show that to my coworkers and my managers, but to also, when students' families come, it's like, oh, it's the big bang today. The parents are in town, they coming to eat with the students. Oh yeah, it's time to show out now. We got to really show them what we all about. So, it just gives me that empowerment to go beyond than what I'm used to. It gives me that empowerment to do more, than what I'm used to doing at other jobs. I'm just used to staying in the background and not really voicing, how I feel or ideas that I have. I'm just, supposed to stick in the title that I have at that moment, what I'm hired for, whether that's part-time, full-time. I could be I used to be a night shift manager for McDonald's. I used to be a whole manager at night. And even though, and don't get me wrong, I completely, enjoyed the, experience, but nothing speaks more than your work. And, when I tell people that, because people are like, you've worked here and you've worked there, I've seen you here and you're a really amazing worker. And don't get me wrong, I give people, the thank yous and, everything like that when they do give me compliments like that. But my work speaks for itself. My personality is what builds me. My personality and who I am and what God has made me to be is what makes me go above and beyond. Yeah, I work because, grandma taught us how to work. So how grandma used to work, I'm pretty sure it was like 30 times better than how we do now, but it's just growing up and maturing. And, that's what it's all about. So that's what I love about my job, and I wouldn't trade Old House for anything in the world. So I love you, Old House. I wouldn't trade y'all for anybody else in the world. Greg, Jury, Brandy, Don, Henry, all of my managers. I appreciate all of you guys. I really do.
That's great. I won't tell you that Greg says he misses Snelling pizza at midnight, though. So,
hey, I have to agree with that. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Snelling pizza is off the chain. Off the chain.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. What's your favorite part of your job?
Okay, the favorite part of my job is I just like being able to love my job and love the people that I work with. And I also like meeting the different students and talking with them. And then I also like just, like trying out the different new recipes and stuff that you guys have. And the food is great. And I just like, just the whole atmosphere of the Village Summit, and I can truly say that when I drive up every morning for work, I really enjoy coming to work because I like the managers and all my co-workers. We all get along really well. And that's the main thing that I like about my job, the fact that I love it and I like meeting new and different people every day.
What about you, Yesmenda?
Okay, I love my job due to the fact that we are a family. And when I say we are a family, y'all know we fuss with each other, say some stuff, but the love when we communicate and get back with each other is just so much love and family oriented, as well as helping each other, understanding each other, understanding my job, understanding why I'm there. The interaction with the students as well as the parents. I have a lot of students right today from Turkey, Russia that I still connect with, checking on me. And not only that, you know, the people that I work with, my managers, my chef, everybody is just so humble just as a person. And you want to be on a job where everybody is getting along, even though sometimes we have our days. But at the end and the beginning of the day, we are all there to accomplish one goal, and that's to make sure the students are satisfied, they're comfortable, the food is prepped, decent, looking good, tasting good, making sure temperatures and everything is checked. And when you have a group of people that work the same way, you can never go wrong. And I tell you, it's never a dull day at Snelling Dining Hall, trust. It's never a dull day. And by us being 24 hours, you know, we all have to make sure each one of us on each station, everybody is healthy, keeping their energy up, because we also know the flow. There's non-stop at Snelling. I mean, non-stop. So I'm just thankful to be working in an environment to where I'm not sitting, I'm not bored, constantly just having fun with everybody and all my students and making everybody laugh and just having a great sense of humor, you know, because sometimes we got to have some giggles going on, you know, even though, you know, you still want to maintain that professional, but the students also enjoy, you know, okay, well, we're working, but I'm comfortable working here. So I'm just so thankful for Snelling, because who else get the opportunity to leave and come back to your job? The same one you left for years, and they opened me with welcome arms. Everybody at O House still remember me, Greg. The niche over there. I've been over there talking to some people, even though I haven't worked over there yet. Bolton, ECV. I'm just thankful that I have a great communication with everybody. So wherever you guys send me, y'all know Miss Mindy, you know, we're gonna bring the party. We're gonna bring some giggles.
And hopefully the pizza too.
Oh yes, definitely, definitely. Hopefully we can have some sweet dessert pizzas coming up pretty soon.
Oh, okay. I like the sound of that. You're getting a lot of shout outs on YouTube apparently about
okay.
and a bunch of the Snelling people are on YouTube saying hi. So
All right.
So we've talked about work and some of that, but I'm gonna switch gears a little bit and see if y'all will share what are some of the hobbies and things y'all do in your free time when you're not at work.
Oh wow. For me, actually, I'm investing in myself. I'm actually working on getting my own pizza food truck. I really and truly am. It's been something that I've always wanted to do. By me experiencing at Snelling, I'm just so grateful that I have the experience, I have the knowledge, and I'm hoping to bring some of my coworkers, you know, along with me to help me out with this project. I'm also currently doing comedy. I've been doing auditions and things been looking good until we had to do the shutdown. So I've been kind of on Zoom presenting my new career starting. So hopefully all that can, you know, kick off for me in the future. I'm excited. I have a 9th grader. Oh, she made the cheerleading squad. So she's kind of in her mom's footstep with the cheerleading. I did professional cheerleading, tried out for the Falcons and everything. But right now, I'm just excited about getting my pizza food truck, because a lot of people enjoy vegetarian pizzas as well as meat lovers. So I really can take that to the next level, but with some flavor and pizzazz. So I'm just thankful that I do have UGA to, you know, help support me in my upcoming event and everything. And sometimes, you know, hopefully I can just have y'all just pull up on the scene, you know. But that's what I have going on at the moment right now.
Cool.
Okay, yeah. In my spare time, I do a lot of reading. I love to read. I'm just an avid reader, but I also I like to do a lot of crafts. I do wreaths and baskets and vases. Do a lot of decorating, and I also teach a little craft class at my church. For the kids, the little Sunday school kids, they love to do crafts. And so, but right now with the virus going on, I haven't been able to do that. But I've been doing a little crafting at home. And then I also been just spending a lot of time too. I have a new grandson, so I've been spending time with him and doing a lot of FaceTime with my other little granddaughter that was born right close to when the COVID first broke out. I still haven't had a chance to hold her, but I do a lot of FaceTime. And so that's mainly what I'm doing right now.
Oh, that's awesome. They're getting to spend time with grandma like you got to get from your grandma. That's awesome. Sheterica?
Okay, so lately, I'm a big writer, so I write a lot. I write poetry, songs, basically whatever I'm feeling, spoken word. But a new thing that I just started, I've been focusing on myself and focusing on how to build my self-esteem and how to build myself up. And so I joined this company, I'll probably say about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And so far it is flourishing and is going in the direction that it needs to go. And it's been making me really happy lately. But I have started selling jewelry. So I am yeah, I see you, Mindy. So I sell jewelry now. I am an independent consultant with paparazzi accessories. So I sell men jewelry, I sell kids jewelry, and I also sell women's jewelry. And it's such an amazing opportunity because yes, it is jewelry. So of course it makes me all giggly and bubbly because I am a girl. But the whole thing of it is because this is something, and like I talked to my manager Greg about, literally, y'all, I talk to Greg about everything. Like, I'm pretty sure I get on his nerves by now, but I talk to him about everything that's going on in my life, everything, like work wise and personal life. Like, I go to Greg about everything because he literally makes me feel like I can run to him, like he's a father figure to me. So, but with this company, this is the first thing I've been able to step out on faith and believe in, and give to God and just say, hey, God, whatever you want me to do, I'm willing to do it. So yeah, it is a money making business. It really is. Like, we have millionaires within this company, but the best part about it is that it's giving me the chance to be able to not only build myself and literally make my personality pop and just be happy, but to also make other people happy, looking good and flawless and stunting off, and showing off. So that's what I've been doing lately. So if anyone is interested, just let me know. I will definitely make sure I get you some information. Okay.
Well, I feel like y'all answered my where do you see yourself in 5 years time? Yesmenda's gonna have a food truck and Sheterica's gonna be selling jewelry and be at that $1 million level. I feel it. I see it. So you took that question from me. So let's see. What advice would you give someone who was gonna, oh, Kirsty Klein raised her hand. Maybe we have a question. Kirsty, are you there? I'm hitting unmute. You might have to unmute on your side. Or maybe she raised her hand on accident. But what advice would you give to somebody who is thinking about working at UGA in a dining hall, or who's just starting out in this field? What advice would you give somebody?
I can go first if you want me to.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I would just give somebody, if they, really want to work at UGA in the dining hall or auxiliary service, first to just go on and apply. And after you apply, and then, just learn all you can about whatever job they put you in, and be willing to learn and be willing to be patient, and, just be outgoing, don't be scared, to try new things. That's the main thing I would say.
Good advice. Good advice.
I would have to add to that, yeah, come in and, once you do apply, just be open to learning everything. Be willing to learn everything, and whatever position or whatever station that they put you in, just don't look at it as, oh, you done got so comfortable with one station, because, you have to be flexible in this type of work. And, I express to a lot of people, it's good to know different things, because you never know where it may bring you later in the future. You could be a professional chef or a celebrity or somebody. And by taking this first step, University of Georgia will give you the tools, the technique, as well as the love and the support. I just, advise everybody, to just try different things, and just do it to your best ability, and enjoy, the job as well as enjoy learning. So just that confidence within yourself, knowing that, you can make it, you can do it, but knowing that it takes patience, time, as well as, being open with everything to learn and being comfortable.
Very good advice. Sheterica, you have anything you want to add?
Okay, let me see. Personally, I would say don't, make sure I say this right. Don't let anything or anyone hold you back from growing. Okay, that's one. The second thing I would say, and this is what I'm still learning, but I'm growing from it. So I would say be slow to speak and quick to hear. Yeah, I think I said that right. I think so. So yeah, but basically what I'm saying is don't always assume that you're right, or don't always be so ready to just fight or argue or just make or prove a point. Like, be willing to also listen, be willing to also take critique, and also be willing to be humble, and to not fret, and to appreciate the small things and where you are, because growth will come, but it's up to you to let the door be open for you to walk through to have growth. So I hope that helps.
Yeah, that's great advice from all of you. I love it. Very helpful. And we're getting in right in that 10-minute window. So I want to end on tell us a success story of like working in the dining hall, or what's the best compliment that you received from a customer?
Oh, wow. My greatest moment is when we have karaoke, that gives us opportunity to express just normal living with our students and enjoy music, laughter. And that's one thing that they really enjoy over there when we introduce them to the karaoke session. It gives them an opportunity to come and let us know that they really appreciate us, not only as, workers, but the closeness that we develop with them, because a lot of them look as me as Auntie Mindy or Mama Mindy or Big Sister Mindy. And they just really enjoy the love and the outstanding job that we do for them. And like I said, by me working at a 24-hour dining hall, my students really enjoy that we do have what they want. And by me saying that, the parents are excited about us having gluten-free. So a lot of pizza places really do not offer that. And with people with allergies and all of that, the students really appreciate the things that we can and have to offer for them. So I'm just grateful for just being over there with Mr. Tate and everybody, and just having this opportunity with you guys.
Okay, so can you repeat it one more time for me, please?
No, yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
What would be a success story that you've had working in the dining hall and the greatest compliment that you've gotten from a customer?
I would probably say, successful story. Let's see. What's a good one? What's a good one that I could tell really quick? I would probably say, okay, this is a success story to me. I don't really know of any other success stories, but I consider this success. But there are two students, two girls. They always come into the dining hall every single day around the same time. They always get the same food. So it's like I know them from toe to T, literally. And so with one day they came in, I fixed their food for them. And so Greg was just walking by, just randomly walking through, just checking on everyone, seeing how everyone was doing. And I had walked off the station to go use the restroom. Now, when I'm walking away, I do see them going to talk to Greg. So I'm like sitting there like, okay, what did I do? Like, what happened? Like, oh, I'm in trouble. So when I came back out, it was really surprising to me because I've never had this happen to me, before. Like I've gotten compliments, from customers, but what they said really like touched me. And it actually put a tear in my eye, but they were just like, we know, they basically said that we know that, she just works here, but every time we come in, she's always smiling. She's always attentive. She's always, asking us questions like, what are you guys studying? What's going on with your day? What are you doing after class? Are you going to bed? You going to get your nails done? Like she's like really getting to know us, and we've never experienced something like that. And we really do appreciate her doing that, and so they were just giving a lot of compliments, about me. And it really made me feel really great. Now, I would probably say as far as the second question, a significant thing to me that's kind of funny to me is, so Dion works with me at O House, and everyone knows Dion and how silly and funny and spontaneous he is. But Dion is the person that created the name Turbo. Now, everyone at O House calls me Turbo because I move so fast when I'm working. So now, because students come in and student workers come in and they call me that, it's like now this is like an actual popular thing that happens at O House. Like anytime that I come into work, like Dion's like, hey, Turbo's in the building. Turbo's here. And everyone's like looking like, oh, there goes Turbo. Like, yeah, I'm finna get in line and go eat. And I'm just like, okay, like I'm liking this. But now it's like attracting all these students into the line. So you not only have the rush, but you also have like 30 more students in the line just because they hear like this person that like is cooking fast and cooking their food like tip top shape. So it's like, it's tiring, but it's really fun. And I love that we've been able to get the students to tie into it. So it's like when they come in now, I'm not just like that girl, like I'm actually Turbo. Yes, Morgan, the Turbo Rush. Yes.
I like it. I think I've heard the karaoke at Snelling. I'll have to come see Turbo at O House. Miss Alma, let's hear from you.
Okay, well, my success story was just the fact that I came to UGA from Athens Regional, and like when I came, I came into the Cooks 2 job, and the success story I had would be the fact that I gained the trust of my the other cooks on day shift, and I gained their trust enough that they let me lead, and that they didn't mind working with me after they saw the type of person I was. And that we also end up that we work real good together now, and we promote a lot of teamwork. So that would pretty much be my success story, being able to come in here and to show the cooks that I'm on their side and I'm going to work with you, not against you. So that would definitely be my success story.
Yeah, that's definitely a success. Getting that teamwork built is not all easy.
Getting them to trust you. But my compliment, I guess I would just say, I had a student that was a student worker that worked in the back with us, and he wasn't sure like what he wanted to do with his major, because he said that right now he was, I think, like math major. And so then so I was talking with him, and I told him that I had a daughter that came to UGA too, and she had graduated, and I told him that she was in the statistics program. And so he said, well, I'm not sure. And then I say, well, she's in the statistics program, but she also, now she's an actuary. I say, and the unemployment rate for actuaries is 0. He said, huh? What's the actuary? So I was telling him, about what they do, like setting rates and for insurance companies and different things that they do. And then he said, that's the field I think I might want to try. So then about, it's probably some weeks later, he came to me and told me that he had enrolled in it and he was going to become an actuary. And he thought me, and he really thanked me, for helping him, see about, that career path, because he didn't even know what an actuary was at first. So that made me feel good that I helped somebody, pick out a major that they, think that they would be interested in.
Yeah, that's really cool. I really like that. We will take any questions from the audience right now, if anybody has any. I know we have just a couple minutes left. But wow, this has been a really cool session. These sessions have been some of my favorite. Like I was telling the ladies beforehand, being relatively new, it'll be 2 years in November for me. I've seen everyone's names, but I don't always get to put faces and names together. So this is really cool to get to those faces. So if anybody has any questions for the ladies, take them. Randolph saying his wife was an advisor for the actuary major in Terry, actually.
Wow. Okay, cool. Yeah, my daughter probably knows her.
Not seeing any questions yet, probably because y'all explained everything so well, and I feel like I know so much more now about what y'all do in the dining halls on a day-to-day basis. But what is the secret? I'll just ask, what's the secret that makes the Snelling pizza so good? Because I've had it and it's really good.
It's the person that makes it. It's the person that makes it.
Yes, the love that I put into it, because everybody have love and feel love when they're eating, right?
Definitely.
I love food. Yes, indeed. So it's the love and the recipes that, the cooks and the chef, have for us and stuff. So.
And Mark is asking, what is your favorite kind of Snelling pizza?
Oh, wow.
Man.
Oh my God. I mean, I like to eat, but my favorite one I would have to say is the oh my God, the spinach and goat cheese.
Yes.
Oh my God. Y'all just do not know. I never thought goat cheese would be good until you put it on pizza. Now, I could put deer meat on pizza and it'll be good, but that spinach and goat cheese, oh my God, y'all just don't know.
When I tell y'all she is not lying, that spinach and goat cheese will send you to heaven and send you back. Oh. You will not want to eat any other pizza after you eat that spinach and goat cheese. Like, oh my God, it's so good.
I tell you, yes, indeed, it is.
Oh, I love it.
We need to get back to campus ASAP. ASAP.
Hey, just pull up over here by the house. I see your little slide. I've been making them on the regular here for my nieces and nephews.
I'm coming today.
I'm keeping a pack of biscuits over here for my dough. So, hey, they've been my little guinea pigs. Let me know how everything tastes. So I'm kind of on the good, frontier. One of my nephews was like, "You gonna put some Cheerios on one?" I was like, "Wait a minute. We're going to do that next time. I don't know about the Cheerios on the pizza, but we're going to keep that in mind." Because he loved Cheerios. He really do.
Yeah, I love it. Well, it is 11 o'clock, believe it or not. I'm always surprised that these sessions go by so quickly. I feel like we need more time sometimes, but join us again this afternoon. We have another SWOT analysis to do. I'm not certain what the topic is, but it's open mic Tuesday. And thank you so much to each of you, Alma, Sheterica, and Yesmenda, for sharing a little bit about your day with us and
Yes,
your
Cindy.
job,
Thank you so much.
and letting us learn from you guys. So hope everyone has a good rest of your day, and we will see you this afternoon.
So on that open mic, can we do karaoke? Can I?
Well, that's an idea.
Y'all have a good one. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so
Bye-bye.
much. Y'all stay safe. Love you guys.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.